Hello everyone, and welcome back. We're here for another round of guitar building with McD Guitars. Hope everyone's doing well, and yeah, we're gonna start being artistic this round. We've kind of got a lot of our base design and structure built out for our guitar, but we need to start getting artistic. So at some point today, we're definitely gonna start carving that F hole. I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, we got to finalize our headstock veneer for the top so we can get some tuner holes drilled. And yeah, we're gonna start carving the heel. We got a good idea for that. The heel of the neck. And yeah, we've got a final decision on our inlays, but I don't know. I don't think we'll get to that this episode, but may the artistry begin, right? So I guess we should just jump in and check out what we got going on, and we will see you guys in just a little bit. All right. All right, here we go again. I really do. I've developed a deep love of using files on wood. So fun to watch these shapes change and meld together, and a file does a really nice job. I could have actually gotten an angle grinder out and took some of that first chunk away, but as I know from experience, an angle grinder in Paduke really makes a mess, and it was worth it just to do a little bit of extra handwork there. But yeah, we could sit back real quick and watch this thing take some shape. It's so fun watching those angles come together. It does kind of give the appearance of being like a comfort cutaway, which is a really nice idea. But by the time you're this far up the neck on the guitar, your hand's not going to feel whether or not that piece of wood is there. So it really does just become artistic. And yeah, just kind of like the way it kind of ties in. We still have some more work to do on this, but I like the way it's going. Every time I take a chunk of the guitar off of any size like this, I can't help but just run inside to the scale. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked. We are currently sitting at 5.4 pounds. So I think we're going to end in a pretty nice area with this one. So it should be a very lively, fun, playable guitar. Being mindful that we only have a little over a centimeter of maple middle ring in the middle of that section, we were able to get a very nice cutaway on this guy. I was pretty stoked with how far we got it and the fact that it did work out. From coming up with the idea of our middle slab construction to watching these two pieces of wood, the top and back, joined together, has really been a satisfying guitar to build. I really like the look of it. This is a really fun time of the build. Everything's really starting to come together, and to see all these decisions and ideas finally come to reality it's really rewarding. And yeah, like I said, I couldn't be happier with this one. We're to the point now where I'm getting really excited about seeing this thing with the wet look too. So been deliberating what we want to do for a finish on this guy. Still haven't got a stain sample done, but I'm really starting to lean towards the idea of just keeping this guitar natural and letting the wood speak for itself. So we'll have some decisions on what we need to do to protect this guy. Really like the way that turned out. Has a pretty nice look with the multiple angles on everything. We'll go ahead and spend a little time here, really finalizing tying that volute into the angle of the neck. And we are getting closer. I can feel it. We are officially very thin on both of our veneers now, and with the toughness of how this camphor burl can be, there's no way I was going to do this once it was on the headstock, and with our fretboard already on there blocking a full angle swipe of something. So we just double adhesive down and got the block plane out, and yeah, this camphor burl planed really well. I was kind of wondering how it was going to work out, but yeah, we're officially going to be able to glue this baby on, and our tunas are going to work. This glue up did try to squirm on me a little bit, but with some fast reaction, we were able to straighten everything out and line it up, and we got a really straight joint. So I liked the way that cutaway looked enough that I conferred with Eric, and he allowed me to go ahead and match it on the other side. So gonna dig into a little 3 of those woods like we did on the other side, and yeah, this looks pretty nice at the end. Polish up some odds and ends here, and yeah, we're going to be ready to go ahead and let's start freeing this headstock. uh, Pretty cool. Yeah, this is definitely the thinnest I've ever went with veneer, that is for sure, and it worked out pretty well. So we'll take a peek in a minute. Definitely giving myself a challenge here with protecting this headstock through the rest of the build. Our veneers are paper thin now, and I can definitely see myself taping up or padding up this headstock when we wrestle around with inlays and frets and different jobs. So yep, challenge is on. Do not ding the headstock anymore. It's been really fun building this guitar with no timeline. Well, like, hey, let's add rear headstock veneer, or let's do an intricate F hole, or it's really been fun just making decisions on the go and making things happen on this guy. So we'll definitely keep that up as we're going. If we see anything we like, we'll just keep adding. But I think we're about polished up on that veneer. This is where we're going to run into a little bit of tragedy. Whew. I haven't had tragedy in quite a long time. But you can see there, we measured quite a few times. And I'll take that Forstner bit, and I just run it to where that middle point pokes out the back. And then I'll mate it up from the backside. Well, obviously I let the drill stop before I feel for the point of that drill bit. But I will. I just kind of go through, and once that single point comes out, I'll drill in, and I still can't understand how it happened. But when I flip this over, the first one, I put the drill into the hole, and we're not lined up. So not sure what happened right there. But we ended up doing a little patch, and it came out great. We'll show some pictures at the end. On to carving. This is definitely a labor of love. I had a sample piece, and I was carving on it, and I couldn't get anything to work well. Nothing left a good what I would feel is a quality outline. And through experimenting, I found that if I used a triangle file, then a round file, then a square file, in that certain order, I came out with a really good line. So that's what I'm doing here. None of them fully worked on their own, but yeah, in conjunction, the right way. I'm pretty happy with the way this came out. It was definitely a leap of faith getting into this, but later in the video off camera, we do even do a little bit of fine sanding and polish up the lines. And with that, I went through a series of this kind of cool pointy Dremel accessory that was basically like half eraser, half, grinder, almost like Fred eraser material on a point. I went through a couple of those and then really did some fine sanding, all folded up. And yeah, I really like the way this is working out. And it's definitely a labor of love. Like I said, it took a while. But yeah, what a way to spend the afternoon, right? Just sitting and carving. This was definitely one of those things that I was talking about, where having time for creativity, I came up with something new that I could definitely see myself doing again in the future. So the way we kind of got these holes matched with the carving, I don't know. I'm pretty digging on how it came out. Be interested to know what you guys think once you see some final images here at the end. But yeah, we'll keeping on, and we do, like I said, I've sanded this up to 220, and I'm sure we'll go beyond that, and work up to 400 and 600 and really polish those lines up by the end. Here's that's a first cut with just the files, and the lines they're still a little rough, but later in the video you see we get those worked out. Coming along. All right, well, here we are at the end of another episode. Digging where we're going here, and this baby is coming out sweet. Hope you guys like what we have going on. Next episode, we got a lot of neck work to do. For inlays, kind of came up with a neat idea. We're just going to do a sliver of green abalone. We're going to make the slot double wide and fill the excess area with some glow-in-the-dark powder, crushed turquoise, something cool. We'll do some samples maybe and see what we like. And that's actually, they're going to run out of the top of the fretboard and be the side marker also at the same time. So we started out, we want to do an inlay of Eric's dog on this guitar. And when I got it to correct size and was going to copy it to put it on the 12th fret, we got to a spot where I was either going to block both eyeballs or have a line right down the center of the nose. And I was like, nah, I just don't like that. So we're going to do that on the headstock instead. We're going to do a headstock inlay of Eric's dog and just some simple lined abalone on the neck. So can't wait to get into that. It's going to be fun. It's been a while since I've done some prep work. Some inlay work anyways. So we'll keep it on here, and see you guys next episode, right? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. All right.